In the news is the report that WSU, which is where the suspect was doing his doctoral work, his PhD work in criminology, has a pilot program where they look at and take in feeds of body cam footage from law enforcement while it's happening and assess it for different types of understanding of judgments made, et cetera, that we don't get to see. And because the suspect is there, maybe he had access to it. If so, Jennifer Coffindaffer, what challenge would that pose?
Well, it gives him a window into what was happening there without having to physically go there. So what a mess, right? That he could actually have seen all the things going on there from this body cam footage in real time. So I think it's significant if in fact he had access.
See, Jennifer asks the right question, right? She hits the if very hard at the end of the statement. And Larry Kobilinsky, I bounce it to you, because I don't believe he did, because in the same reporting, and this is a media problem, they love that temptation. Oh, they have this pilot program, he could have. In the same piece, they say, near the bottom, of course, that the Moscow Police Department, who did the body camera work in this situation, do not offer their feed to WSU, so I don't know how he could have, because they're not even part of the program. And what is your feeling about this as an issue in general, Professor Kobilinsky?
Well, he was only a one-semester student in that PhD program, and in order to see those body cam videos, you need to fill out an application. You need approval, and it's not clear that he ever applied. And so even if he did, he couldn't possibly have seen any videos from the Moscow Police Department. Most courses, PhD level courses in this field, in criminology, do not even offer anything like this. So I think there's potential. If he did see it, it could be important, but he certainly didn't see anything relevant to this particular case.
Right. It's just one of those things that's tantalizing, but not necessarily something that you can hold as a real contention. And this happens in these investigations, but it's important to put it out there because it's out there, and then shoot it down if need be. Now, there's something that isn't out there that is becoming a growing obsession for me, and certainly Counselor Geragos, is there's a lot to establish in this timeline, and if they cannot establish it in this timeline, in the critical timeline, meaning in those 4 o'clock in the morning hour when the murders are thought to have occurred, including where they can place the suspect and when, and this DoorDash phenomenon. So, Mark, here's the legwork that Dusty and the team did. Is DoorDash available in the area? Yes. Did she use DoorDash? Yes. Can I see Mark? I get tired of my own face. Did she call a place that delivered anything at 4 o'clock in the morning? Yes. Jack in the Box, which has since closed. I don't know why people think that's mysterious, but they were open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., so she could have ordered from Jack in the Box as there. But that person is still of fundamental importance here, whether they had involvement or not. The timeline, the DoorDash, go.
And by the way, they've interviewed the DoorDash person. I don't know why they say they've already cleared him or her, but that was the statement, at least, that they put out. I don't know that that isn't something that right now the defense isn't looking at. And I'll tell you, when you take the timeline and then you take the closing or the sealing of the warrant on his apartment, the accused, the defendant's apartment, Bryan's apartment, and the fact that they're saying that that is something that they did because they're afraid that it may intimidate law enforcement. I can tell you, less than one hand the number of times in 40 years I've seen a sealing application that says we're sealing this because we're worried about threats to law enforcement. I've been involved in enough high-profile cases to tell you that is highly unusual, and that to me leads me to believe, at least, that maybe they got out over their skis.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.